Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, hello, my name is Ken, also known as MrKenDenis. I basically do beauty, hair, lifestyle type videos, and I also vlog about my personal life. So yeah, that's pretty much me. Today we are going to be doing a comparison between Patrick Starr's set powder and the original MAC set powder. If you guys are new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribe, if you guys like my content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a demonstration. I'm also going to be doing a first impressions review. I have timestamps on the screen if you guys are interested in only a particular thing in the video. But I think it's really important that I share with you guys what I look for in setting powders and about my skin. Okay, so at this point in time, I am 28 years old. I do have fine lines underneath the eyes. I used to bake using a sponge, but I find that that really highlights fine lines underneath the eyes. Even if I use a moisturizer or under eye cream, still highlights it. So I tend to use a powder brush these days, so that's how I like to apply my setting powder underneath the eyes. Now in terms of coverage, I'm not really fussed for setting powders if they have coverage or not, but I do appreciate a little bit of coverage, a little bit of a slight undertone change. Definitely appreciate that. Now in terms of products, what do I look for? Obviously I want products that don't have any flashback, quite silky smooth, so that even if I apply another, let's say, powder on top, it's not going to look funny or anything like that. In terms of color of setting powders, I prefer either transparent or translucent ones, or ones that are slightly yellow tone or beige tone. Anything that's too pink I stay away from because it just doesn't suit my complexion. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I've got my eye makeup, I've got my base on, I've got some concealer, I've just patted that in using a beauty sponge, and now I'm going to set that using the two powders. Put the Patrick Starrr one on this side, and I'm going to be using the original MAC set powder on this side. Now this has its own puff, but I don't want to use that. I want to use the brush. Okay, so that's what that powder looks like. So this brush is clean. I've just used one of these things just to clean it, so it's just a little bit stained from last time I used it. So I'm just going to pat that in and then do a slight sweep. That's how I normally do my powder these days. That is honestly very buttery smooth, I have to say. Obviously there's a lot of product, but so far so good. Just going to use the same brush, that way it's an even test. Now I'm going to use the original one, which is basically a white powder, which is like, I suppose, translucent. Okay, so that's what it looks like now. I have to say the original one definitely adds a little bit of a white tinge to the skin, I feel, like ever so slightly, but usually when I use a setting spray you can't really see anything at all. Whereas the Patrick Starrr one, you can see it's definitely added a little bit of coverage as well and changed the undertone ever so slightly of my concealer. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to do a flash test and then give you guys a rundown of what I think about the powder and how it compares to the original. Alright, so the rest of the makeup is on. I intentionally used a lighter concealer just to really highlight the difference between the two powders. Now, I did have a slight inkling that this was going to be a little bit more like a pink tone beige, but I didn't realize it was going to be that tone. So I thought I want to see how it affects like a really yellow light concealer. So as you guys can see from the photo, there is a slight difference. Now, with the Patrick Starrr side, like off the bat, once I applied it, I could already tell that it had altered the concealer a tiny bit, added a little bit of coverage, also adjusted the tone ever so slightly to more of a neutral as opposed to a yellow. Whereas the normal set powder obviously just pretty much just sets it. Might add a little bit of a slight white cast as soon as you use a setting spray. Oh, by the way, I use Fix Plus Gold Light, so there is a little bit of a gold illumination to it as well, as you guys can see. Just first impressions wise, I think they are pretty much the same powder. The Patrick Starrr one just has a little bit of coverage. And I know this is a limited edition. I think it's come out maybe 3 times, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not really sure. If, however, you guys have missed out on this and you guys would like to still get a nice setting powder that's really nicely fine milled and just really nice and silky, that doesn't have any flashback, you can always just go for the original set powder. Now, out of the two, which one do I prefer? Not gonna lie, I'm actually leaning towards the Patrick Starrr one, just because it does add a little bit of coverage, and I'm the type of person that likes to have a lot of coverage, so a lot of layers is for me. So besides the packaging, the undertone, is there anything different? Honestly, I don't really see it. I think they're pretty much the same powder. If there are certain ingredients that are different, please let me know down in the comment box down below. I didn't really do much research. I'm just basing it off impressions on how it applies and how it works on my skin. Alright guys, that's pretty much the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed. Tell me down in the comment box down below if you guys have both, which one do you guys prefer, or if you guys are going to check this out, if you can still get it in store. If you guys live in Australia and you guys need helpful links, I'll have an affiliate link down in the description box down below. Yes, an affiliate link, so I do make some money off it. You don't have to use it, but I highly appreciate the support. Anyway, that's it from me guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!